Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Wild Wednesday. First and foremost, I hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that wonderful stuff because life's short enough as is. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and do always look in the description box for more information on the day's film. Today's is a very interesting one. There's going to be a brief synopsis. There's a little trivia piece in there. I could not find a link for a good-looking trailer other than one that was in Espanol. My Spanish isn't so good anymore, so I decided to just go with what Scream Factory did and just give you a link for a scene and a key scene in the film. One that doesn't give away too much, but one that gives you a nice taste of what you're getting yourself into. It's a fun one. And then, of course, there's also the runtime, the starring cast, the director, and that's everything that I put in there. So do always look in the description box for all that information, extra information for the movie of the day. Now let's get on to this one. This one came out back in 1988, so 32 years ago today. This one's running at an hour and 34 minutes, and it is rated R. I imagine this one probably, if it did suffer from any kind of cuts, it probably would have been very brief, minor stuff, probably some of the nudity or very little gore in this one. But there is some that does exist there, so don't go in here thinking you're not going to get any kind of the red stuff, because you definitely do. It does come through on that end. Now, this stars Tom Breznahan playing Mangelewski, whatever his name is, but he is a troubled kid. He is your main star. He is basically forced to go to this other place, and I'll get to that as well. He's forced to go to a laboratory. I'm just going to leave it at that right now. We got Cyndy, Preston, and then, of course, David Gale in here playing Dr. Anthony Blakely. A very fun character. David Gale, you should recognize him from Reanimator, The Guyver, Sinjner. Gosh, what else has he done? The guy's list of film, his Creep Show. His filmography is just extensive, and it's an amazing plethora of films. I'm not going to lie, it's good stuff. And this is none other than The Brain. Yes. Like I said, from 1988. This is the Scream Factory edition. There is zero reversible artwork. My case is broken here. I got to get a new case. But it does have a nice picture of... get that out of there. David Gale with his decapitated head gag, which he did that in The Reanimator, which came out years before this. Very fun movie. But yeah, I need to get a new case. It's broken right there. Makes me very sad. But as far as special features go, we got the 2K scan off of here from Surviving Video Elements. And by the way, the transfer is pretty good on this. I'm not going to lie. I think they did a top-notch job for as far as that goes. We got a new audio commentary from the actor Tom Breznahan. We got a commentary from the director. We got one from the composer Paul Zaza. We got interviews with actress Cynthia Nixon, not Nixon, Preston, Cynthia Nixon, that's from Sex and the City, that annoying lady, George Brunsna, and an art director interview as well, and there's a short featurette on there as well. It is stacked to the gills with as far as special features go. This one definitely deserved the love and attention that they did give it. It was one that was long out of print and only available to find on like VHS and I think Laserdisc format. I could be wrong on Laserdisc, but it is definitely VHS format. Was one of the only places where you could find this. Now, what is this about exactly? This is about a kid who, like I said, Mangelowski or Mangelensky or however his last name is pronounced. He is played by Tom Breznahan. He is a troubled youth who is a grade A honor student. He does all of his work in school, is able to have all passing grades in the process of it. You can stop snoring now, mister. Yeah, my dog is making another appearance today, and he decided he's going to plop up next to me and snore for a little while. That's just my dog. He's a snorer. Any chance he can get to be with me downstairs in the cave, he's going to be down here because he loves it down here. As do I. It's nice and cool, and I can be left alone, and I'm with my movies. But anyways, he is a troubled student. He starts off the movie with this whole like sodium gag where he throws pure sodium into a flushed water toilet. What the hell am I thinking? A flushed toilet, and it blows up in there, and it blows water all over the place. He is quickly caught because the dumb kid left his evidence behind. He's smart, but not smart enough to take his own evidence, in my opinion. But he gets caught doing that. They decide that he is a troubled student and that he should go see this Dr. Anthony Blakely, played by David Gale, that he should go there and be tested and see if what's wrong with him, or if there's anything that they can do to help make him a better person. He's not a bad kid. He's very defiant. If that's where I want to go with that. That whole sticking it to the authority, sticking it to the man type ordeal, one of those kind of mentalities is going with him. So he's a very likable character, in my opinion. They go there. They try to test him. The tests are all unable to perform because the whole while there's this brain that is basically it eats away at your thoughts and your connects into your brain to make you become a suicidal, homicidal maniac, essentially. But it eats everything that comes in its path as well, on top of it. But both physically and on the spiritual, mentally level as well. He's unable to perform this it's done through mind telepathy. This brain is unable to perform the test on him, so it forces him to hallucinate in the process. He sees some strange visions from the brain itself to the doctor's assistant being completely topless, which was my favorite hallucination out of all of them. Nothing against the brain or any of the other like tentacle type creature looking things. Nothing against them, but if you're going to throw in a topless lady for me, yeah. I know, I'm bad. But it's still fun. But so he's having these crazy hallucinations. All the while, his girlfriend may or may not believe him. Most people may or may not believe him. All the while, this Anthony Blakely show has a television show called Independent Thinkers, and it's all about it's kind of a self-help type show, and he's able to control all these masses through that, and it is kind of cool. He's got kind of a Svengali type vibe going on, except for he's this alien type creature that has control of the brain that is eating everything. There is some fun little gore gags in here. There's a bit that involves a electric chainsaw, and one of the Mangelewski's teachers from school who has a real hard-on for him is constantly trying to bust him and things of that nature. One of those kind of guys. A nice little chainsaw death, which is fun. It all is over not watching the show Independent Thinkers. So that shows the level of psychosis they get to when they are under the spell of Anthony Blakely and the brain. Now, as far as other key scenes in the movie, there's stuff I don't really want to give away because it's a visual one. This is one where you have to watch it. If you like stuff like gosh, it kind of reminds me of Altered States in ways with the hallucinations and the visions, but not so much. It is definitely a full-on creature feature. It feels like a 50s, 60s creature feature, but updated to the 80s with nudity and better special effects. Although the brain does look very cheese dick, and it always has, in my opinion. It will always look silly, but that's, I think, part of the joy of it, part of its charm. So do check it out. It is worth a watch. Now, as far as any kind of ratings that I would give this thing, on a technical side, this thing's it's pretty crisp. It's clean. They do the job rather well. You got top-notch acting from David Gale. Cynthia Preston does a great job as the girlfriend. What is his name? Tom Breznahan does a great job as your lead in this. He is does a good job playing a rebellious type character. This one does suffer from a little bit of pacing issues, I would say. It does get a little hard and heavy right out the gate, and it tries to give you this type of movie that it already is. Let me wake him up again here. Over here, he's starting to get loud again on his snoring. But anyways, wake up, little boy. He's a silly dog. I love him though. He's my little baby. But like I said, it suffers from some pacing issues. Much like my reviews, there's pacing issues, and I try to not to let them happen. Try not to let too much dead air and lagging happen, but unfortunately it does happen. Much like in this, there are some parts where it's lagging, and it gets a little lackluster in places, even though it does start out really, really fast with this girl who is having these insane hallucinations of these tentacles coming in through the room, attacking her, and in process she ends up stabbing her mother to death, which is part of the whole thing. Is it real or is it a hallucination? One of those kind of ordeals. So do keep that in mind, that some of the things that you may see is not what's really going on. One of those ordeals, kind of would I say David Lynchian in ways, but not. I don't know. It's definitely out there for as far as what kind of a movie it is. So I'm going to give it a 4 on the technical side. Actually, let's bump that back down to a 3. Excuse me. We're going to give it 3, mostly because of the pacing issues. The acting does make up for a lot of it. There is a lot of the creature, which does help. There is some fun co-stars in here. I forget who the main assistant is for the doctor, what his name is, but he's one of those. I've seen him in a bunch of other like silly schlocky movies over the years, and he was just absolutely a fun guy in this movie. I felt bad for the bastard because every time I turn around, he was running and getting super physical, and he is not a small person by any means. He is a quite portly man, or at least was. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he definitely was one of those that was not small. Much like me, trying to see me run, it'd be kind of scary. I could do it if I have to, but not unless I don't want to. But anyways, as far as in the entertainment side goes, this thing is super entertaining other than the lagging. The visual stuff is very cool. I like seeing crazy, like, tentacle creatures coming out of the walls and attacking people. I like to see people going absolutely crazy while attacking these kind of things. It's just absolute blast. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 again. So this is just a little above average kind of movie. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, give or take the your mood at the moment. This is one that you could watch it easily with a whole group of people and still have a great time. time. I think, honestly, the more people, the better on this one. This would make a great party movie, in my opinion. One that Mystery Science Theater often did a running spoof on this one, which when they did their live tours across America, this is one of the films they would constantly do, this one here. Alright, guys, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I got some stuff to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not 100% what I'm going to do. I got one that's lined up, but I want to save it for Friday because it's one that I absolutely love and adore, and I just don't really. It's a Friday type movie, so I got Friday picked out. Tomorrow, not so much. So we'll get something choosed out between now and tomorrow. Alright, guys, love your faces as always, and I'll see ya.